Okay, so I wanted to go over something that you can use when you're practicing for your interview, if you are doing the live interview or the recorded interview. All you need to do is download and open your VIP Kid Teacher app on your desktop. Works on Macs or on PCs. And then log in. Once you log in, you'll show up to your site where you can pick that you're doing your live or your recorded demo. Regardless of what you're doing, in this box right here, you can click on Practice Room. When you open the practice room, this will let you see what the classroom is like. So there obviously won't be anyone here. Click on this little button down here in the corner. That's your settings. Make sure it's your microphone, or it should be your headphones, whatever headphones you're using. I don't have any headphones right now, so that's why nothing's showing up. And then your camera, make sure it's got whatever camera you're using and that you can see yourself. And then click confirm. You should be able to see yourself. Ideally, put yourself a little bit higher so you're at eye level. I don't have my stand right now, so this is what you get. This will be your interview and your PowerPoint. Your interviewer will be up in this box, and then everything you need for yourself will be right here. If your PowerPoint is not open when you first get into the classroom, click on over here where it says PPT. This is the only one that's available, and that's your PowerPoint that you need. Click open. This is where you'll start, and you'll just sit and wait for your interviewer. But just so that you can kind of see what your options are, you have a tool where you can write on the screen for anything that you need to do, underline things, circle things, your arrows to go to the next slide or to go back if you need to, or right there. And then if you need to clean off your screen, if you drew a line and it got all wonky, you can just hit clean and it will clear the whole thing. So again, your lesson objectives are right here. This is what you need to hit during the lesson. What your interview is going to make sure that the words that you are saying and the student is saying, the sentence frames that you are saying and the sentence frames the students are saying, and then your phonics. This is where you'll start. You can do your introductions, click through. Again, remember, you don't need to do this reward system. Actually, let me go back. Some of the TPR that I use a lot, especially if I'm, I'll wave hello, but then I'll start with, I am happy, and then get, are you happy? And then when we do the, are you ready? Let's go. And just kind of keep it simple with that. Make sure that you're not staring at yourself. If I'm staring at myself, this is what I see, or what my student will see. If I'm staring at the slides the whole time, this is what my student will see. Try and take some time to every once in a while look up at your camera. If there's a little green light or something, look at that and kind of focus on that for a minute and then look back down so that you can see what you're doing. But you'll notice there's a big difference if I'm looking at the student or if I'm looking at the camera. Again, your reward system, you don't have to use this one. You can if you want to. You can give them a banana. Sure, have a picture of a banana. You can find something else. I have printed out butterflies. If you do a good job, you get a butterfly. Maybe try and get them to say the word butterfly. Yes, good job. Lots and lots of positive praise. Thumbs up. Good jobs. High five. Yes. Oh, good job. Keep it simple. You can start your lesson. If you're going to focus on a keyword, make sure that you are underlining or circling. I did that backwards. The TPR is here for you to pay attention to. Rub your eyes for sad. Make sure you're focusing on your tips at the bottom. You've seen these. These are the same tips, same slides that you have already in your portal. But if you forget, everything is here to remind you what you need to do. So keep going through all of the slides. Anything that you need to underline or circle, make sure that you are doing that. Again, here, if you get to this one, use your whiteboard if you have your whiteboard. If you don't have a whiteboard, use an index card. Cut it in half. Egg. But remember, when you're doing it and your student sees it, if you have B and egg, you need to have it in your opposite hands. So B is going to be in my right hand and egg is going to be in my left hand. B, egg, beg. Keep it simple. If the student's doing a great job and they get those really easily, write a new word. Write this one and say And then hopefully they'll catch on if they're doing a really good job. If they're struggling, don't do anything other than what's on the slide. Again, keywords, underline or circle those keywords as you're going over them so that they see those words, and then use your TPR: sad, happy, angry. And then again, get them to say the words. Anything that you circle or underline, you're drawing their attention to it. Here is where you're probably going to need to model the most. I would start by going over the words: angry, happy, and then look at this one. Make the angry face and wait and see if the kid will say angry. If the student says angry, then get them to draw a line. Maybe use your mouse. Draw a line. Most students are on a tablet, so I tend to just draw a line. If they don't get it, then I'll try and do it with my mouse. Draw a line. Try again with the next one. Happy, yes. Draw a line. Happy. Yes, and get them to do it. If they don't, just keep reinforcing it and showing them and getting them to try and do it. If they do, great. Don't worry about it. And then when you get to your goodbye slide, if you're out of time, say goodbye and move on. Try and use the student's name. If you have a little extra time, count your stars, count your butterflies, whatever reward that you gave them. And then I like to end, especially with my little ones, I'll say, I will see you next time. Goodbye. And then I do a big wave. Then normally you will close out your camera and you'll be done. However, for your interview, you'll sit and you'll wait and you'll talk to your interviewer. So this is your classroom. Go in and play with it so you know how to go through the slides. You know how to set up and make sure that your microphone works and your camera works. Worst thing is that you get in there and your microphone doesn't work and your camera doesn't work. So make sure that all works with the classroom before you get into it. And then practice it a couple times. Use the Screencast-O-Matic to practice and watch yourself. Go back and look. Am I looking down the whole time? Or am I looking up at my students so that they can see my eyes? And to them, looks like I'm paying attention to them, even though I'm really just staring at a dot and keeping kind of my peripheral vision on the slides and going back and forth. So I hope that helped. Go in and check out your practice classroom so that you're ready for your interview.